Dummy.
I had to stutter for my boy too.
You gotta stop saying the N-word, man.
I'm sorry.
What I keep telling. See, it's y'all.
Shout out to my African American friend Hootie.
There you go. See, it be y'all. Like I feel like I would be okay if y'all didn't use those kind of languages.
Yeah. Y'all are definitely little bad influences. Like the thing I just showed you. Oh yeah.
What you just showed us? Yeah. That don't apply to me.
Yeah, y'all definitely the bad influences, man.
Somebody said they don't like y'all inside jokes.
So
well, you got to be inside the circle.
Now that was one that I was just like, so African American, so. Ooh. I mean, everybody gonna have a little inside joke or two. It's funny for us,
and it really don't be inside. It just be like you're
what,
part of the conversation.
And it's what the podcast is kind of
and the podcast got inside jokes. Like regular listeners are actually privy to some of the inside jokes. Actually,
these are actual facts.
These are facts.
So that means you just need to listen more. Okay,
right. I'll come around more.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Listen more on the app. Come on around.
There you go.
Yeah, they can't hang out in here.
You
ain't no member.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just talking. You come on in. Yeah, you can come on in and hang out, man. You know, we welcome all.
But you do have to buy the membership.
Yeah, we do have a membership. It come with a nice little debit card looking thing. You know, you swipe to get in. It's like the card over here.
Yeah, the club.
But here we go. You're tuning in to the Dummies podcast. I'm Stock.
I'm Joe.
I'm Todd.
And we back like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. It's episode 275. Yes, 275 consistent episodes from the consistent group. It's Sunday. The lights are lighting.
The cameras.
The cameras are. We think they're cameraing. I
don't
know.
They functioning.
We're gonna have to talk about that in just a second, because I want to do kind of make that more of something. Because I actually do get the hang of what my boy was saying, but then I got what I was saying. We'll get there.
It's inside. It's inside.
But yeah, we're not. We're gonna make it public in a second, so it's coming. But man, we in this thing, man, feeling good. It's Sunday, man. We back on our regular day. The air feel a little different on Sunday. The vibe feel a little different on Sunday. I don't know if Hoot ain't here today, so we might get some logic today. You know, because sometimes my boy be all over the place. But
I've been watching WNBA. They won.
What?
Dummy.
Since when, who?
Last month.
Man, y'all be, especially Todd. Todd don't let him, like, he sit closer to him. He's supposed to kind of like.
No. Todd just be like, hey, if that nigga want to think that, then go ahead.
Yeah, man. He be over there, man, I've been watching it. No, you haven't, Hooter. Well, that was just me and him that time. That was last episode. And I was like, man, no, you haven't. We argued. I was real upset by that. How he tried to get that off. I couldn't let that slide. I had to turn it to you for a second. Like, man, I can't let him. Like in my head when he said, I was like, man, you can't let him get this off. Like you got the response. It was just last. Man, I don't watch no women basketball. Man, I've been watching WNBA.
Okay.
Hold it. No, you're not.
Not you too. Don't be one of them.
So yeah, man, it's crazy how he tried to pull that off, but you know it's cool, man. That's
great.
Who be hooting,
man. That's why I just let it happen, man.
Yeah, but to make it great content, you actually gotta stop it.
You gotta stop.
You have to you gotta draw the contrast between the bullshit and what the
this
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we 3 in, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we 340 and Dez paused that bitch. I don't y'all didn't probably see that, but we probably at like 5 minutes and 47 seconds.
Inside access.
Yeah, like y'all can't see this, but the TV has a time on, and Dez absolutely stopped the timer. But we okay. The score clock's still running. You know, if we was playing, it's just a little home cooking. You know, remember Park Bar, you go play.
Oh, boy, the
nigga inbound that bitch. The clock don't start for 2 minutes. Guys,
I have court. The clock
you up, the clock just right.
But nah, we in this thing, man, doing what we do on Sunday. Where we at with it, Tuck?
Oh man, I get to go first this time.
Yeah,
thanks, Rudy, man. I appreciate it. Man, busy 2 weeks, man. I've been off for 2 weeks. Last week,
all that shit.
Yeah, you gonna get this. You know,
you
get
Varnell. You get 3. Give us 3. We gotta start that. Hey, give us 3 main things.
3 main things.
I got a lot, so go ahead.
I'm just talking shit, man. Go ahead.
No, last weekend, man, I was gone. We had our family reunion down at the crib. good seeing all of the, you know, people that I ain't seen in a while, a long time. I never knew my granddad had that many brothers and sisters. A lot of them that I just hadn't seen in a while. So seeing some of them that come back, I knew it was like 13 of them in all, but I just hadn't seen them or laid eyes on them in a while. So when it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. So getting to see them, you know, they're up in age now. So it was good seeing them, and then they live out west. Took the girls down there, so it was just me and the girls, me, Taylor, and Tatum. I learned something about Tatum. Tatum is 2, but she don't care.
That's what you learned, that she was 2?
No, she's 2, but she.
Man,
no,
I went down to Mobile and learned my daughter was 2.
No, I didn't learn that she was 2. I'm just learning that she is a, you know, she's with it. Like, she don't care what the adventure is. She
ready to go.
Man, fearless. Taylor, on the other hand, a damn wasp flew across and she down there fell out. So that's the difference between them two. And dealing with other stuff the weekend prior, having to finally unpack my in-laws' home. That was heavy. Seeing, you know, it was Sundays. We had Sunday dinner at their house every Sunday for years. Everybody walks of life looks different now. Like the girls off at school. Everybody's older, you know, and they're not here. So it's just quiet, eerily quiet over there. You know what I'm saying? When Pops used to have 3 TVs on at one time on Sundays watching different football games, none of that is happening anymore.
Yeah.
So that was kind of, it puts you in a place like, damn, like time really don't wait for nobody for real. So looking at the positive of all that, man, if you're around your people, if you're not around, you know, somebody that you was once close to, reach out to them, man, because everybody got that date. The expiration date does exist. Do it today, because tomorrow ain't promised. You know what I'm saying? But aside from that, man, just working. Worked the Rick Wood event. That was dope. Been at the hotel and teaching swim lessons. So if y'all looking for those, get at me. You know how to find me. And the why, man, it's just been busy with work and all those other side hustle things going on. But that's been my 2 weeks. So, Joe, what about you, bro?
2 weeks for me too, and kind of going off what you said. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love your people out of here. I went down to Mobile for Father's Day. Friday got in. Me and Pops went fishing. Left the house about 8. About an hour drive. But we got home at 4 a.m.
Hey.
About 12:30, I'm looking, man. I'm like, man, I'm ready to go. And then he talking, man, the fish still bite. Man, fuck them fish. Leave their ass where they at.
Let them live. Stall them out.
Right.
We got
that nigga wanted all the fish out the bait, didn't he?
All of them. Damn.
Fish, they gonna keep biting.
Did you catch something bigger than that little bit of ass fish you showed?
Yeah.
That nigga, man, why you didn't display your trophy fish? That nigga got there, showed us a little guppy, guy.
Showed the debate, goddamn.
Because
that nigga caught a minnow, guy.
The goldfish.
It was slow there, so I had time to take pictures and shit. But hey, they really started biting. You just throwing them hoes in the cooler.
Yeah,
I'll never go freshwater fishing again because that shit just boring and stupid. But nah, when they started biting, it was pretty good size.
That's what Barry kept trying to tell y'all. He kept saying, "Let's go over here. Let's go over here."
Yeah, nah.
He was like, "Nah, see, we're in the bay, man. You ain't got to worry about that. They biting."
Yeah, you just throw that bitch out there and wait.
Some come.
What you were baiting with?
We had shrimp and squid.
Okay.
So that was dope.
Did y'all lose it in them shrimp?
Yeah,
Because the one time I went out there, man, them catfish, man, them nigga good.
Yeah.
You be feeling, you like, you come out there and be whole shrimp gone. Them niggas know how to nibble them fuck out that bitch around that hook.
And then when you catch the catfish down there, nobody want them.
No, of course. But I'm just talking about for the sport, the
Yeah.
fishing, the actual activity.
My dad is so crazy. That nigga had a hatchet with him. He caught a catfish. He hit that bitch in the head with the hatchet. Pow. Because that bitch will slice your foot. Your whole foot be swole.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, you know what I'm saying, like people hate them hoes. But that was fun. Then we went up to the country. Got to see when my grandmama stayed and all that, they got a lot of land food that's been passed down to my mom and aunts and uncles. I'm about to do some shit with that, something. It's just up there for no reason. Some of my other family members had cut the timber off of it. That shit was
pretty penny.
Yeah, they made some money off that shit. Then came back. What was that? This week, Wednesday, went to the celebrity softball game at Rickwood. Yeah. That shit was dope. They did a horrible job of advertising it because there was some folks here.
For sure.
You had some like Derek Jeter, A-Rod, Sam J. They had
some folks.
Yeah, 85 South. Right. They had some folks.
The real.
Not to cut off your week, but in that, I saw a debate going on Facebook. It was a nice debate. It was about the idea of, did they promote it right, or did you just what they were saying was basically what you said. People don't promote enough for Birmingham events, da-da-da-da. But then some of the other people's like, what you looking at? Because it was all over the place for me. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And so, like, it was a nice 50 people said, nah, they don't, and 50 people saying they do. So
Now, that's cap. The game was heavily promoted.
And that's what they kept saying. It was packed. And I was like, yeah, I don't think they talking about just the game. All the other stuff surrounding it. And even knowing the people that was going to be around.
Right.
No, the softball game was poorly promoted.
For sure.
The major league game was everywhere for about a year.
Right.
But for the people that was there, yeah, because like I know it's badly promoted because the day of, people was just getting tickets like for free. They was just like, anybody need a ticket? Like I know one person gave like 50, 75 tickets away. But
you was working it. Did you see the stands? Was it?
Yeah, it was packed.
Yeah, it was packed.
For the softball game?
It was a nice crowd.
It was a nice crowd.
Gotcha.
But it wasn't a sold out event, put it that way. And that's another thing that I think it is, man. People just not buying. Either people can't afford it, which I understand,
mm-hmm.
and people just don't buy tickets to events. Like we were supposed to have Drake here. That show got canceled. Tickets weren't selling. Like it's I'm pretty sure that's a variation of reasons as to why it didn't do what it could have done, because like he said, man, it was some big names.
I think sometimes it's the market. Me and Dez was just having that conversation. That's why I was saying there's some like people get mad sometimes or frustrated by the lack of support.
Mm-hmm.
But some markets don't have the ability to support those kind of events because there's not enough people to do it. There's a lot of people that'll do it. And so what people do is they look at the numbers. Man, there's plenty of people here. They should do it.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's plenty of people. But in this market, I don't know if you can support big crowds that like a Drake need or, some of these events that they're doing. But I think it's dope what they doing. You know what I mean? I don't think they should stop because you just keep building and building upon that stuff. But, this market is not a big market for stuff like that.
That's true. But I really think it's just, the lack of resources. I should say money. You know what I'm saying?
I can believe that too.
Stuff ain't cheap.
Nah, it ain't.
It ain't cheap at all. So
I mean, people go to what they want to go to. Like I've been to a few concerts here, and that bitch was jam packed. And then those tickets was pretty reasonable for the softball game. They was like $24.
Yeah, but $24 for
times 4
kids
and food.
Yeah. So like,
and that food in that bitch for?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the food. Yeah, they wasn't playing with that food.
Nigga was busting your head.
Well, you gotta do like what Mama them used to do back in the day. Nigga, you eat before you got there. Yeah, you eat that sandwich and them chips before you get ready to go up in that bitch.
Yeah, you eat it before you walk in because they ain't letting you bring nothing in there. And I can't lie though, dog. Like that setup, dog. Even if you didn't go to the softball game, the setup, man, that shit was
was sweet.
Bro.
A lot of people just walking around.
Right. They did. I wanted to I had it in my notes to shout out to Birmingham because they made Rickwood look really, really good. It was a dope event, like you said. All the people who came to the city, all the different celebrities and comedians and stuff, which is dope because I saw a lot of our local comedians and people rubbing elbows with some of these people. You never know what can come out of stuff like that. So just that alone is dope. The different businesses that they were patronizing and the after parties and stuff is always big. And I like Birmingham for some of those things that they're doing, even with the World Games. Like it might didn't turn out the way that we wanted it to or hoped it to, but just the idea that they're getting serious about these kind of events and trying to put them on, to me, is dope.
It is. Did that win.
And I see your shirt. I like it. That's a dope-ass shirt.
Apparel.
Thursday, I went back to the major league game. Now that bitch was wall to wall packed. That bitch was straight.
Yeah.
That was dope. And shit. Watched a couple of basketball games. Watched Murphy, watched LaFlo. Shout out my boy Dre. Shout out Johnny, head coach of LaFlo. That was dope to watch them boys play. They got some promising teams. That was my 2 weeks. What about you, Stock?
Dope week. Glad to have y'all boys back, man. Y'all know what I say. The pod is always the pod when it's for. It feels the best. But dope to have y'all back. We tried to hold it down while y'all was gone.
Yeah. Y'all did a pretty good job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I always say like I hate missing a podcast, but I be more eager to
listen to it, to see what you missed. Yeah. But it's been a dope week, man. Happy Juneteenth. Juneteenth was this week, and it was, like I said, it was dope seeing the events on the game. Me and Barron was on the phone watching it from the house. I don't know if anybody got to check it out, but it was kind of cool. Every now and then they'll flip the camera to like that 1940s, 50s kind of style look.
Right.
They'll have a scoreboard look like how it looked. The camera angles are how it used to look back then. So that was kind of dope. And just to see the city in that kind of light, man, I thought was dope. Yeah. Got to go down and take my oldest little one to Tallahassee. We went to FAMU. Shout out the Rattlers. And we went to Florida State. And, man, I had a great time down there at FAM. I love their campus. I love how they got it set up and everything they got going down there. Was really, really, really dope trip. Yeah. It was kind of inspiring, too, man, because, like, you be in a room. It was like a room, like, you know, a little pre-orientation to the tour. Yeah. And it was about 15, 20 kids in it. You know, they made them stand up and just give a light introduction, where you from, what grade you going into, and what you thinking about majoring. Yeah. And one thing I like about being on the college campus and being around those kids is they still at an age where life ain't hit them yet.
Yeah.
So they're still inspired.
Right.
And they still got, like, you know, one dude, I want to be a computer engineer. I want to be cyber. And I was like, bro, you finna make, come here, man, let me holler at you, because you finna make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But you know, biomedical engineer, just listening to them, and you know, like, you know, they still so full of life, because you remember that stage. Yeah. And, like, you know what I'm saying? You remember, like, damn, I'm finna go do this and go do that, and, you know. And then after a while, life beats you up. So it was kind of cool to be around those kids and inspired. And then, you know, FAM is a school that's going, I mean, and a lot of HBCUs are like this. A lot of people are from up north and Michigan and Pennsylvania, shit like that. So it was a lot of them in there. So just for her to get that interaction right out the gate of people from other than Alabama or other than your surrounding area is dope. And like I said, that's most HBCUs are like that anyway. But they got a campus.
Yeah,
I like everything about it. Then I went in that bookstore, and I don't know if it's biased because LaFleur was the Rattlers and we was orange and green.
It definitely is.
But I don't know, man. I just felt like when I walked in that bitch, it was just like, but these bitches got apparel. Like, I would have spent about $400 right out the gate. They had cool ass sweatshirts and just baseball jerseys and socks.
From the UAB bookstore, man, from what we used to.
Yeah, man. Them niggas had some shit in there. And then I thought it was dope because that HBCU shit, where you sent me that had the shorts on it, they got a section. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. Like, you propping up other black businesses and letting them put their apparel in their bookstore.
Oh, that's
UAB. Hey, and I know they did it even with these shorts that I'm wearing. I don't know if they licensed or how they did it, but these shorts were made by one of those people that I got with UAB on it. But it's just dope to see them incorporate them into their bookstore. Yeah. They didn't have to, but to give them a little section full of their little stuff, that was kind of dope.
And we know people now in those places, in these rooms, and we can, you know, because Buddy, he from the crib. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure, you know, the people that we know going to link up, and they're going to probably have that for the alumni weekend. So, you know.
So I think I might have been more excited than Jordan. I was like, damn, it make me want to go sign up for college again. Because you know how, you remember how fun that shit was. And see, Jordan stuck in this moment now where she kind of like, I'm gonna be a poor college student. I'm not gonna have money. And like, she actually worried about that shit. And I'm like, man, hey, don't worry about that shit.
Don't worry about it.
Man, we didn't even know we didn't. I mean, you knew you didn't have money, but in college, nigga, we didn't even really think about money like that.
No.
Right.
Somebody got something.
All you needed was some ramen noodles. You know what I'm saying? And them nigga got 52 cafeterias over that bitch.
Oh, a boy.
Buffet style, and you get to take a to-go plate. You are in good shape.
Be good,
already right there,
and then
goddamn.
they include that shit in your tuition.
Yeah, it's already,
like
freshmen have to have it.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I don't know. It just was dope. And then we went over to Florida State. They got a place to go to school.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
Totally different. I'm not comparing any of them because, and I'll tell you what I told her after this, but they got a place to go to school.
Yeah. Man,
them niggas got big ass buildings. And, I always talk to her about those kind of schools, how they, some of those classes, you a number, 300, 400. Right. I found one. I found the lecture hall. I said, oh, yeah, let's go in here. We swung the door open. As soon as I came, nigga meeted me at the door. You could tell it was a nigga in there. That was his nap spot. We didn't interrupt him. It had to be a nigga. He was in there, taking a little nap. He didn't know who was coming in. And I was like, and I'm just trying to show her the leg. I was like, okay. He went back to his little chair where he probably was going to go back to sleep. But big ass lecture hall, about 400, 500 seats in. And I was like, this kind of how it can look sometimes. Right. You just a number in this bitch.
Especially your first 2 years.
Yeah. So when you come in there, you can sit back here and play bullshit you want to.
Yeah.
But
ain't nobody gonna care about it.
We went in ACAF. She was like, man, this shit look like the mall. Like it did. Big ass food court, all the chains you can, Panda Express, Starbucks, Subway, just everything you can think of was in there. And it was in a big ass circle. You just walk around and just get what you want. And they still had their hot bars and grills too. So it was just real dope to be able to take her down there. And then she showed gratitude. And that's one thing that you always like, riding. She was like, thank you for taking me down here. And I appreciate it. I know it's not, easy to do it, but thank you for letting me get this experience, blah, 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 blah. Right. So hopefully she inspired. We got some more work to do before we can get there, but it was just real dope. I had a good time with that. So.
And I was going to ask you this, and I mean, I know I put it in the group earlier, but like, how does that feel? My son, he didn't elect to go to college.
Yeah.
And that's fine. To be on that campus with your kid.
It's pretty cool, man. Like it's like I'm not one that like, to me, college is, you got to do what's best for you. College ain't for everybody.
Right.
I'm with that. If you skilled with your hands and you got some training, please don't waste your time going to college. Go get that. Go reinforce that skill.
Right.
Because you can make a lot more money quicker and less debt.
But
some people who are more analytical, perhaps, or something, or they're not using their hands, I don't think one is better than the other. Just whatever suits you best.
Right. School
is cool. And so, it's cool to kind of see that because, again, I remember the days when it was time for me to go to school. You know what I mean? So I just want to make sure that I do everything to help support her in her new direction, where she's trying to go. So it was fun, though, man. It was cool. I was inspired by it, and then I kind of think like, damn, I'm going to have to leave her on campus with these niggas right here.
I was about to say that. Did you have any nervous
nigga, how old is you?
Yeah, Florida, them niggas got them big ass wicks and shit. Yeah. Man, we was in orientation, about 3 of them niggas came in here. I was like, yeah, man, you don't get your motherfucking ass. I'm going to call the police on this nigga. I'm just kidding.
Dummy.
Well,
it looked like you up to something.
Yeah, that nigga had them little wicks and shit. Yeah, like, nah, this nigga, you finna go to fam?
Nigga, what's your major?
So, but yeah, man, it's a good experience though, dog. And I'm enjoying it. I'm still gonna keep enjoying it. Like I said, we got a lot of fucking work to do. Yeah. I did not know this. I know I've been talking for a long time, but man, this shit a lot of work. Like, when to take the ACT, which one to take, paying for the ACT prep classes. All right, scholarships, you got to start applying for this and this, and this need this, and this due date. I'm like, man, hey, listen, man, they're still seniors, so senior fees and pictures and shit coming up already. It's like, god damn.
Got to take some of that load off your plate and put that shit right in her counselor's lap.
Yeah, facts. But you know how sometimes counselors are full of shit too. So
facts.
They just sit there and get paid, and they don't do, because the girl did say that in the thing. She was like, make sure y'all go to your counselor. They got stacks of free applications and stuff like that. I'm like, huh. And as a parent, honestly, you don't know all this shit. Right. So like, I'm learning so much from talking to these ACT prep people to talking to all the different things. And I didn't know this with your ACT. So for people who got high school kids and stuff like that, if you're trying to get reinforcements and tutor, I'm saying this because a lot of people I keep talking to didn't know. But there's a form that you can fill out. You pay $40 for that form, and you can get a copy of your actual test back. and like your actual test with all the right and wrong answers. So when you go to tutoring, they can just
show you what
tutor you off of what you're struggling with.
That shit's a lie.
Right, man. Like
they couldn't have had that shit. When
I was like, man, this is wild. But it's a form on the ACT thing. You just pay and they'll send you your test back.
Shit.
Right. So I mean, for people who knew it, okay, fuck you. But for people who didn't, this is who it's for. So, but yeah, man, that was dope. So, shout out that difference in the school. She just kind of was like, you know, she noticed the difference on her own. You know, one felt like home for her. Felt like the cookout. It was cool. They was rocking in that bit playing Future. It was like, oh, this shit live. Yeah. And then one felt business oriented and so I told her just make a decision or find what you think fits you best.
Right.
I ain't one of those ones. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck if people get mad. I don't subscribe to the HBCU versus PWI. You go with what fits for you.
Right.
If it's HBCU, let's go. Yeah. Let's go, and I support you to the max. Right. If it's PWI, hey, if that's what fits you for what your future goals and what you're trying to do, let's go there.
Right.
But do it based upon what you're trying to do that fits you. That's just me. But I do like that HBCU shit. That shit was pretty dope.
Yeah. So that shit for Jordan, like from what she go to school at now, is gonna be such a difference.
Facts.
That shit gonna be something where she's gonna get there and be like, "Oh, I've done this already." You see what I'm saying? So,
especially that band shit.
Yeah.
That stiff ass marching, them stiff ass britches they be having on.
Yeah, that shit gonna be a world of difference for us. So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be cool if she does go that route. Like you said, regardless of where she goes, it's gonna be something that you're actually happy for. But with her grades and test scores, academically, showing that to them versus the other school, versus the other, I should say. And that one is like, shit, we see 1,000 of you guys.
Yeah.
You know
if I have a preference, though, I do prefer fam, just because I like the environment a lot better, and just I like the feeling of it was just a lot better to me.
Yeah.
And then like it felt like you'll get more attention, you're more one-on-ones and the stuff that you need. So that was dope.
Yep.
I went out this week.
You went out this week?
Yeah, I went and had some drinks. I went outside.
Okay.
And I ran into the bartender at a particular spot. And man, let me tell you something. If you ain't never watched a bartender at work that don't really know what they bartending, man, fool, this was some of the fun. It might not be as fun as me telling it as it was in that moment. And me and Baron were trying so hard to hold it in, fool, because, you know, the people kind of looking at us like for laughing, like, are they laughing at me or something? But we went and hung out with Todd. Todd was bartending last night. And let me tell you something. Them other people came and they had some drink orders for my bar.
Wow.
And just the order itself was just like, me and Baron to do this. Ooh. Lady said, can I get a Bloody Mary with extra olives? And we was like, I know this nigga don't know how to make no Bloody Mary. The nigga looking around, fool. The nigga walked by 5 times. He went to the back, came back, went to the back, came back. And all he did was give us the olives in the cup. Like, Todd, what happened to the Bloody Mary?
That was the lady asked for.
We ain't got the ingredients for it.
We don't. And she asked
you ain't got tomato juice and vodka?
We ain't have tomato juice. So basically, what the when I
and Worcestershire sauce or something.
Yeah, it's Worcestershire sauce too.
Man, you ain't supposed to have nothing. Or you ain't supposed to drink shit. They got Worcestershire sauce and tomatoes in it.
If you
ain't supposed to drink, nigga. That shit sound like it for a steak or something.
I get it, but look
no, I ain't talking about you. No.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about whoever drank that shit.
Listen, fool. We didn't have the tomato juice. Shit. The lady was like, "Well, can I just get a cup of olives and some olive juice?" I was like, "Okay." So I poured that shit in the cup.
He filled that bitch to the top, and
that what she wanted.
Just some olive juice?
Olive juice.
And olives. Nigga, that bitch was filled to capacity.
Boy.
He gave her what she was. So now, then check this out. Another nigga came down there. You could tell he was already can't get right drunk. He was slurring his speech. He came to the bar like this. A nigga say, man, let me get a Bud Light and a margarita. Todd said, all right, what's your preference? Like, what you want in it? My man said, oh, you know, just hook it up. So I was like, I can, but what do you prefer? Man, just do it how you do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so at this point, me and Baron laughing again because we didn't caught on that he don't know what going to margarita. And but Todd don't know that he don't know this. So Todd keep asking him what he want in this, right?
I asked him, I said, what's your preference in tequila?
My man said, man, just put that in there, And Todd was like, this? And he was like, yeah, man, that's cool. It's my wife. She ain't tripping. Man, the nigga had Tito's.
The nigga had Tito's vodka in the margarita food.
Dummy.
I swear to God.
No, he didn't have a margarita.
Man, Todd pulled that shit in there. Big Bear laughing. Now, first of all, he had to go back to that back again. I don't know what he
probably was on YouTube.
No, at that point, I had found out we didn't have any more triple six.
See?
So
But he still made it, fool.
I still made it. I had to make it. Boy, listen.
Fool, you could tell he was missing something because you know how on margaritas, that bitch be filled to the rim. But that bitch had about that much space in it. That bitch had about 1.5 inches of space at the top of it. I said, man. Shit. My man took that bitch. Thank you. He walked out. It couldn't have been 5-10 seconds later. The lady came back, I don't know what this is. Can I get a Bud Light?
Dummy.
I said, man, we talk about some laughing, fool. Me and Barry couldn't stop laughing.
So you made a margarita
with no triple
with no tequila and no triple six.
No tequila, fool. That's why she bought that bitch.
That nigga made a Rita, goddamn.
Did you like what you want? Like that nigga would not tell.
He didn't know.
But I told him. But now I will say the triple sex shit. I was like, man, I can't tell this nigga we ain't got no more of that shit.
Yeah, you can. Because it's a hotel bar. Man, we ain't got this. Is it something else she want?
Man, we had
better than you give it. Because he probably didn't tell her that that's what he ordered. She looking at you like, what the fuck this nigga made?
She ain't even want to give you a second chance. Just give me a bill. You can't mess that one up.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's exactly what she had. Man, that was,
Man,
last night was funny.
That shit was fun. I can't even lie. Just sitting there, people watching and watching Todd make them drink.
But he ain't tell you about his old fashioned.
Yeah, I gave him a 6. I gave him 6 out of 10.
That nigga lying again.
He didn't put enough. He forgot to do the orange bill.
He gave me an 8 last.
No, I didn't. I gave you a 7 out of 10. I did. I gave you a 7 out of 10.
He lied.
He didn't. You know how you gotta.
I ain't give him enough bitter. That
orange bitter. He didn't. It was a little. It had a
That's
little.
how I like mine. I don't like a lot of orange bitter.
I be inviting you.
Bring your pocketbook. Niggas, it's not cheap up there.
Man.
Damn, Todd. We ain't getting no homeboy love on that bitch. God damn. And then the nigga, when I open, you know how you open up your book?
Yeah.
You know, my receipt was in there, but then this thing said J. Todd on, like, scan for tip. I'm like, nigga, no. Nigga, fuck you.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, I tipped him good. We had a good time, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw this, but we talk a lot about it, and we get deep off into it. The Surgeon General, the United States Surgeon General, has warned that there's a mental health crisis epidemic amongst young people that he says is at emergency levels, and he said it's social media. He said that if you research and look at all the different information that's been put out now about social media, that it's causing a lot of kids to have increased anxiety, depression, amongst some other things that he's seeing at an alarming rate. He cited several studies, including the 2019 American Medical Association study that was published that basically said that that social media is 95% user-friendly for kids. So it's like 95% of kids are basically using this that they feel like should have the same warning as alcohol and cigarettes, tobacco use, stuff like that.
Addictive.
Yeah, he said that it needs to be at that kind of level. And you're seeing a lot of states try to do something. We just talked about Louisiana not too many weeks ago, and we've been talking about other states that's doing it. Yeah. But I just wanted to bring that up again because I know that's something we be ringing alarms about here in particular. What's y'all thoughts?
I mean, like you said, we've been talking about it. It's not good. It's not good for kids, adults. It's not good for just people.
Right. Yeah.
Especially with the elections coming up, and especially I can see how it make like younger kids, or younger adults, like insecure and blah 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 and all this. So yeah, it's just some evil shit now.
And it's crazy because like they always cite kids, and I know me and Todd talked about this before, but nigga, fuck the kids. Yeah. I mean, not fuck the kids, but don't just be fucking with the kids, nigga. It's the grown ass adults too.
More so to them than the kids. For
yeah, like it's a lot of people that like are getting validation from social media. Me and Huda kind of talked about that last week about worrying about what people think and all of that shit. That come from social media because like when you used to have to worry about what people think, maybe it was just like, you know, what your grandmama thought about your outfit or,
Right.
you know, like, you know, things like that.
You
What
knew
your
your cousin was
dad
coming
and
over,
cousin them
yeah.
say,
Right.
stuff like that. But now you're literally posting this and then however many followers you have, that's how many
Strangers.
people can offer an opinion to your world and your life.
Right.
Or not, even if they're not, they're seeing what you're doing.
Fact.
So you're subconsciously trying to like, you know, cater yourself or your program towards what other people are thinking and doing. So I do think it's dangerous, and I do think we need to put warning labels and shit on it.
I was just about to say that warning label shit definitely needs to be put in place with it. Like I find myself, bro, like I don't even like care for it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like the social media stuff. Like it used to be a time where, you know, yeah, I, you know, share what I'm doing and like now I don't really too much care. Like when I went home for my family reunion food, like I remember last year I made a video for it. Like now it's just in my memories.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I took pictures and took plenty of videos, but
So
I
it's
didn't
not
share
just in
it.
your memories, though. It's
you know what I'm saying?
it's like in your phone,
It's
too.
in my phone
Yeah,
too.
okay,
So,
so
I didn't care to share it. Is what I'm saying.
you got to love that tub, boy.
So man, and I mean, it's supposed to be a source of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was put here for initially. It has grown into
And
something
networking and keeping
far-
up with loved ones.
That's true. That too, but it has grown into something far worse. Like people go on trips. Somebody else see them people on trips constantly.
Mm-hmm.
What they do? Why they always on trips?
Yep.
I wish I could do that.
Such and such just
Kinda
bought this
compare.
house.
Right.
Such and such showing
Right.
off that car that they bought.
And
You know what I'm
this is
saying?
coming
And that's
up-
fine. Like, do what you do,
Yeah,
but
do what you do.
don't, yeah.
But what you don't know is that car got a 26% interest rate, and they gonna be paying on that bitch.
But you know what? Even with that, I don't even go that far. Like, good for you. Like,
Good,
that's
right.
like,
It's cool.
I'm happy for you. Cool,
Right.
but they ain't got shit to do with me.
But I'm
Yeah.
all right. Like our wants and differences are not the same. I mean, our wants and unwants, that shit's not the same. Like, I don't have to like going to fucking Alaska. I like the sun and the beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's cool. I want to experience it. It's all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I ain't gonna shit on you for going there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just right. Like you said, it ain't got nothing to do with you.
I do think that it's very harmful because I watch people, and I've been saying this for the longest. They derive these different kind of notions about you just because of
Just 'cause
what
what you
you
put
post,
on,
and
right.
that might not even be your attention
Yeah.
post. I might just be
No.
posting that, you know, what I'm doing at that moment.
Right.
And then like you go, man, y'all nigga got that money, don't it? But y'all boy be getting it. Like, no, nigga, I actually no, I don't.
No, I do not.
I'm really.
Actually, no, I
here with
don't.
it. Right here with it.
Yeah, like you should. If you would have caught my account before Friday, before them nigga put my check in that bitch, I one of the ones. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think that it's so much, and then like you post a picture, and then like sometimes like even relationship stuff, you see pictures and stuff,
Man.
and then instantly like, oh, they're happy,
Man.
and it's like maybe they not. Who
Right.
knows? Or maybe they are. Who knows?
Right.
But I don't care either one. Happy or not, I don't never look at somebody post and be like, oh, damn, them people happy. It just
Right.
look at it and I like it. That's a dope picture.
Right.
And that's it. It doesn't have any bearing on my life, and I don't project it back on anybody else in my life to be like, man, Todd, man, you ain't no good friend. Look at goddamn. Or maybe I should start doing that.
Spiritual world says,
Man, look at what Kevin Hart just bought his friend. Todd, why you ain't buy me shit? Maybe I should.
"You ain't buy me no goat."
Right. Nigga, the fuck wrong with you?
Dummy.
Nigga, where the fuck my chain at? Yeah, nigga, fuck wrong with you? Nigga, maybe I should start doing that. Who? Fuck.
That who you got to direct that to who?
Yeah.
Who rich on the low, but that's why I like
Who extra rich? And he try to play broke.
Yeah, he play broke all the time.
Yeah.
Who rich?
I ain't got it.
He ain't got it.
That nigga be just getting over. Like
Yeah.
rich people
Yeah.
normally.
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah. Who be hiding?
Yeah,
He
who
be hiding that shit.
definitely got it.
Who about his house at a time when the interest rate was 0.2?
That nigga pay like
Yeah,
old
he-
apartment
yeah,
rent
that
prices. and
That
shit.
nigga, that nigga mortgage probably about $350. You know what I'm saying? Don't let
Cars
Hoop fool.
paid off
Yeah,
and
don't
shit.
let Hoop fool y'all,
Right,
man.
that nigga got
Hoop
money,
broke.
man. Yeah.
That's where he goes, nah, Hoop, you got a little something over there. I know.
Hey, y'all boys won with that. Anybody that bought a house pre-pandemic?
For sure.
Yeah, and if you had it too, the good thing about it, like if you ever had it, like you had an opportunity to go even lower if you caught the refinance.
Yeah,
They had two different ones. They had an early one, which was real good, and then I caught the late one, but I still caught it.
Yeah.
And you're right, that shit is it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
But even with that, my shit still like $200 and some more higher than it was supposed to be. So it's like, bitch, I'm back up there where I tried to run from. God damn, but these niggas good. Man, whoever the powers that be, them niggas good, dog. Them niggas like, he thought he done came down.
We gonna lower it, but make it high.
Yeah, like goddamn, bitch, I'm
hit
back.
him on the back end.
I'm back what I ran from with the same
You
rate.
gonna hit him on the back.
Yeah, them niggas, they got you on the back end. All right.
Hey, speaking of, you know what I'm saying, like, stuff changing. Y'all talked about me so bad in the beginning of our doing a podcast when I was talking about big people. Now, everybody talking about big people. They calling themselves big backs, and this a big back meal. I think I deserve an apology.
Fuck no.
No, you don't. See,
Fuck
that goes to what we were just talking about. You don't have to be a part of that.
I'm saying it's cool to be to call yourself big and talk about big people now. I've been doing this for years.
How you know the big people the one doing it?
Cause they posted.
You see 3 people posted. Now all the big people do it.
All the big people. All the big bags, the BBs.
Nigga took the opinion of 3 people and said it was all.
Hey, that was my sample. I did a study.
Who got a study for you? New study showed 3 people.
3 people have come up with this goddamn
Big backs.
notion.
It's okay to say
Right.
big back.
It's okay to say big back.
But I do have a study, and I hate that my boy ain't here for it.
You don't want to just maybe save it?
No.
Is it time
Because
sensitive?
Maybe. I mean, it'll be
Go
another.
ahead.
You know,
Yeah.
studies ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, studies not.
Because, yeah,
going
I had just did one. Yeah, last week for the big backs. So, don't keep coming. And them backs still getting big now.
But no, this is one that I think, we can all benefit from, being that we all married here. It says that research shows that more than half of all women have backup boyfriends, which was an ex or an old friend. 70%.
I can believe that.
I wish you could argue with him. Shit, he need to take some different arguments too. God
Who?
damn. Whoever the nigga is.
Oh,
Shit. Don't just get that.
I ain't even think what he said. You right.
Hey, don't just get that nigga the fun.
Yeah, that'd be
Shit.
crazy. Like, ain't that crazy though? Like, you get to go have fun with him, and then,
wanna come and
why you don't
yeah.
act like him, and then you come and fuck with me? Like, ain't that crazy?
Don't fuck with him. See how long he stayed.
Then they'll ask that nigga for advice about something that they're fucking with me about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, he could tell your ass some dumb ass shit.
He don't have to deal with
Right.
it.
Deal with it.
Oh man, that nigga did. What? He bring you flowers. He don't bring you flowers every day.
I can believe that.
Yo, stupid ass.
Yeah. Man, if it was me, I'd do it every day. And that nigga hang up
But
the
then
phone.
you ain't really got nowhere to put them. So I can't do it. All right, let me go.
Damn.
I could believe that study. Actually,
I can believe it.
I could believe it. Women crafty, and they could be a little bit more sneaky than.
You know what?
Than us.
I thought about that. It's not that they're more sneaky. Is when they leave the house, we don't be caring that they come back fast.
We don't be caring.
It took you 4 hours to go to Target? Okay, well, I guess it was a long line.
And it's easy for them because they dealing with niggas.
That's
Hey,
true. That's
if
very
she
true.
say, "Hey, don't call me unless I call you," okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's true.
It's like,
Let it be the other way around.
yeah,
Whole text message conversation on Facebook.
so I can believe that. Just like last night, it was funny. At the bar, we had another little friend. He was in there chilling. He only was gonna get one drink and some food. Nigga ended up getting a whole nother drink, sitting there talking, da. He stayed by. You could tell it was one of them trips that nigga, you probably didn't stay down there too long. You gonna be in trouble.
Oh yeah, so you might as well.
So
yeah,
So he definitely took advantage. And then when he got ready to leave, he was like, "All right, fellas, it was good meeting y'all." Da. He said, "Now I hope my wife's sleeping. So I
Right.
get back up there."
You gotta try to wait it out.
It was like 7:38.
7, 8 o'clock.
The light's still on. The sun's still out. That nigga said, "I hope she's sleeping." When I get, man, we bust out laughing. It was a white guy too, so it was like, man,
It's universal.
That boy had to set up a nice evening for himself. He came on that bitch and got a good burger.
Yep.
Bacon, cheese, all that. The works. 2 bills. Said he finna go back upstairs. See if his wife sleep.
That nigga said, hope she sleep.
He didn't get her shit. That nigga got himself something to eat and went back up that bitch full and everything.
And ate at the bar.
He might have put some in the drink. Pause. I know maybe you ain't supposed to say that.
Dummy.
But he was real too excited to go back up that bitch. Like Todd said, he set up an evening that seemed like he wasn't gonna be messed with when he got up there. So
that boy was ready to go back upstairs.
but I can believe that study. I believe there's some truth to that. Did y'all see on more political news that the Maryland governor, Westmore erased more than 175,000 marijuana convictions.
Man, that shit was so dope. When I saw that
He
shit.
joined 9 other states and kind of fell in line with the Biden administration on wiping a lot of
That shit was dope.
minor level marijuana convictions. You know, it's the sentiment now is that marijuana, for most states, is kind of not being as punished as severe, and rightfully so. And you're starting to see a lot of people overturn convictions. People getting out of jail for that shit, basically. It's, 175,000 people in Maryland get to come back to their families and be home for, because of bullshit ass marijuana
Man, that
convictions.
shit is
That's
so
dope.
dope, dog.
And it save you money because you ain't got to feed these people in jail.
Right.
And it's just, I mean, come on, fool,
That
it's
shit
weed.
is
But
Dope.
the dumbass state we in, we took our pandemic money and goddamn
Build a prison.
build some more prisons.
And boy, them niggas don't play to it.
Hey, they got,
Them
hey,
niggas built a
The
prison.
only reason I say that I ain't mad at Alabama prisons for building some new shit, man, you ever see them all?
Them old ones.
yeah,
pretty
but they
bad.
gonna keep the old ones. Now I can see if they was gonna tear
Well,
down
them
the
niggas
old
need to
ones.
keep them bitches for an experimental
For
purposes
real.
on why this shit look like this. Nobody need to stay in them hoes.
Why?
But-
it's pretty bad. Atmo's pretty bad.
Now, all them hoes pretty bad.
Atmo
Yeah.
is real.
All them
bad.
hoes got the worst conditions ever in them bitches. But nah, I thought that was pretty dope that he doing that. So, Kendrick set the internet on fire yet again with his pop out show, whatever, where he had a
Pop
lot
out
of
and show me.
and he popped out and showed niggas.
Yeah.
He put on a hell of a performance where he brought out a lot of different West Coast acts
Yeah.
on stage and gave them time to shine and be up there. He had a lot of different celebrities and stuff on the stage with him. A lot of different just regular old Compton, Inglewood, L.A. niggas. It looked like he had multiple different gangs up there, all getting along. They had a nice little family reunion basically on the stage, man.
Right.
Performed ran that diss track at Drake, Not Like Us. He performed it 4 different goddamn times.
5.
Yep.
I think
So-
it was 5,
That
but
was
yeah.
fire.
But did y'all get a chance to watch the concert? And if so, what was y'all thoughts about how he basically taking a victory lap?
It was cool. You see my boy Dom Kennedy though?
Yeah, I seen him
Boy,
up
I
there.
finally
Yeah.
got some shine up
That
there.
boy shut that bitch down. That was the highlight of the show. But nah, it was dope. And then like I watched it on YouTube, so it had like the little sections at the bottom. So if it was like somebody you really didn't know or whatever, especially in the beginning, you just skip to the next section. So that was cool. It was a dope show. All them people showing up. He actually said he was like, every gang in LA is in here, and we all just vibing, getting along.
Right.
It shows you that you can.
Yeah,
It's possible, fool.
it's crazy too. Well, I don't want to say that right now. Go ahead.
Oh,
My bad.
but nah, it was dope. It wasn't some mind blowing thing, but it was just more of what it meant than what I'm saying, like the actual performance. But it was like what it meant. Yeah, he got major love out there, which was already known. But yeah, for them people to come, the only big people that didn't come, they had shit to do. Like was on tour or out the country, but pretty much everybody showed up.
I seen they try to make a big deal out of the game not being there, but he jumped on the internet quick and was like, "Stop trying to make something out of something, man. What Kendrick did was dope. Like, nigga, this is live as fuck. It's good for the coast. We needed something like this. He using his platform for something good, and I liked everything he doing. I fuck with Drake too. So like, stop trying to make it like a issue. I wasn't there because I wasn't there.
Right.
Yep.
So, like, the lineup was crazy. Like, that nigga had Tyler, the creator.
Man, they
just
went
on
crazy
that
when he
nigga
came
had
out.
Man, that nigga is a superstar. Niggas just don't listen to him like outside of what he is for real. Like that nigga is a superstar. Tyler, yeah, that nigga is pretty dope. Who else? Buddy, he was on that hoe. Like it's a lot of LA niggas that
Say Buddy.
that's his name.
Oh, I thought you were just saying, but
Buddy,
okay.
that's his name. That nigga. Yeah, he got a lot of features with Nip. He
Had a
paid-
couple of Nipsey songs. That was dope.
That tribute to Nip, man. And then what really set that shit off for me was that picture. If you look at that album cover, the album you don't like, when they're in front of the White House and all them niggas, that shit pretty much recreated that picture. Not damn, but the other one. To Pimp a Butterfly.
He need to recreate that album
So
with some new songs.
like that was a dope ass show, dog.
Yeah.
And then that nigga topped that bitch off with the video.
Yeah. They were going all around Compton,
That shit
shooting
so
a Not
loud.
Like Us video.
Right.
Again, they see a lot of different gangs represented in the picture. You know, from the colors, you see the blue, the orange, the red.
Oh shit! I must have turned it off before that.
No. This
This
is poster show.
Like this poster.
He's shooting a Not Like Us video, so he
okay,
been going
okay.
around Compton, you know, like shooting videos with all the people that's out there. So, I mean, it's dope. He taking a moment and he making it monumental.
Yeah.
Not Like Us, man, is a huge song, man,
Right.
and it's solidifying that whole coast and bringing it together in a way that we hadn't seen in music in a minute, and he taking advantage of a moment, you know. So that's what you should do
That's
when you
what you
have a
should,
moment.
right.
Shit,
Yeah.
take advantage of it. Drake gave him an opening, miscalculated, and he seizing on the moment. That's it. For me, I don't have to get into the whole, you know, you got to pick one or the other. I'm waiting on Drake to drop some good shit, and I'm gonna vibe to it without having to be mad,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
But
This
Kendrick, shit, he doing exactly what you supposed. You fuck with me, and I'm finna show you how to ride this wave.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah,
Drake ass found
yeah,
out.
nigga, you just went over there and got beat up. It's okay, man. You just got beat up. Dust yourself off, man. It's cool, man. It's all right.
You live to fight another
Yeah,
day.
you still gonna drop hits.
All right. You know
And that's what I hate, because I do see some people like, man, fuck Drake. And it's like,
Yeah,
man,
you
you
gotta
wasn't
be that,
saying that before
right.
this. Why you doing it now?
right.
I'm still gonna listen to both. Probably. I mean, still, most people gonna listen to Drake more than Kendrick because it's just, you know, more palatable.
Yeah, just depends, you know, because G-Boss ready to argue with you right now about that statement that you just said. Because G-Boss remember when I said, like, everybody like, fuck Drake? G-Boss low-key be like, yeah, man, both of them can shine. But in his head, he like, man, fuck Drake.
That's crazy.
Why Drake concert ain't selling in Birmingham. But
No,
Jeezy
it's
came.
not.
I bet if Jeezy came to sell out. Same state.
I'm not
Jeezy
even
and
going.
Boosie,
No,
though. How much
Daz,
you bet?
Daz, you're wrong.
T.I. came and shut the whole goddamn city down just because T.I. was coming. So
Daz, you're
Drake
wrong
ain't the
again.
same?
How many times you gonna be wrong?
So it ain't happen like that?
No. Tickets were sold for Drake. That's why people were so mad.
But did the city get shut down? when
What
Drake
do you
came?
mean shut
Meaning
down?
Everybody in the city saying, "Oh, I'm finna go to this. Let me."
No,
switch
the
up my
people
whole
that you
program."
talked to said that.
I ain't never heard nobody in the ham sandwich go that crazy because Drake. Ever.
Great. You talk to people that don't like Drake. Cool.
I talk to people that like him too. You do.
Yeah. And I'm telling you that Drake had ticket sales because I tried to buy some. People was waiting in line to get Drake tickets. Ain't nobody waiting fucking in line to get Jeezy tickets.
For real? In Birmingham?
No. And
Sold out a show.
and he gonna be in the club. He gonna be at a club somewhere or Iron
Is it
City
not gonna be
or
10
some shit
different-
like that.
Is it not gonna be 10 different after parties all on boom?
Oh, wow.
City on lock,
What? They gonna have a party dance?
bruh.
That's wild.
You glad you love Drake bad, boy.
He's just a bigger artist.
That's true.
There's a reason Jeezy doesn't do arenas.
But it's also
Does-
a reason
does
why
Jeezy
certain
do
people
arenas?
battle in
Does
different
Jeezy
places.
do arenas?
Not here, but there are.
Does
times where
Jeezy
people-
do arenas?
Not here. I've seen Jeezy do arenas in other places. Actually,
And sell them out?
I think he
Outside of Atlanta?
I think I was about to say I think he go to Atlanta, but I don't know
it's a
anywhere
reason
else.
why certain people do better in certain places than they do in other places, bro. That's just a true fact.
Hey, man.
I don't know. I mean, at the end of the
Ghana
day,
sold out arena, too.
shout out to Kendrick
Ghana.
for how he put that together.
Yeah, that shit was super dope. Shout out, Ken.
I was you had brought up the different gangs and stuff. I seen this old school cat. He had been locked up. He said I think 21 years or 22 years. And he was a Crip. He was standing with a blood, and he was saying that like it's crazy that like He was like, we got a lot of control on the outside from even inside in the prison. He was like, in the prison, none of the black gangs hate each other. Like nigga, if he was like, there's a lot of rules in the prison that you got to follow, and if you break a rule, in order for me to go do something to you, I might have to go ask the blood, can I go do something to this other crip?
Yeah.
Because, like, we all one unit. You know what I'm saying? And so it's crazy that outside of here, we let this go on out there on the streets. But yet inside here, like, we one unit. So, like you said, you can clearly see that there's an ability to work together and make things kind of, do its thing. But I don't know.
I just think maybe in prison, like, it's a known leader. So, leaders talk to leaders pretty much. And like you said, there's rules. And then maybe, I don't know, because I'm definitely not a street nigga. But on the streets, it might not be just, everybody just all over the place.
Well, it's in the streets, you can be every man for themselves. It's not confined to like in this place, we got to survive.
Right.
And if we go to war, we're going to be warned in a place that you can't run. Like, nigga, we all in this room.
Right.
I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like. Either we finna all kill each other in here right now, or we going to figure out how to maintain it. All right, can't get right there. All right, Des, go ahead and y'all go over there in the corner, fight it out. All right, you won. Like, it ain't like it's a straight up fight.
Right.
Ain't no knives or guns or nothing. Ain't the man fell, don't kick him in his head while he down. Let him get back up, and then, all right, go over there. Now don't do that shit again. That's it.
Right.
But I don't know. You just would love to see the word policed a little bit more like that, where it could be.
Which is crazy because if you look at it, fool, like, you have to go within the jail system to see how these people who not supposed to get along fine, and coexist together. Yeah. And you come outside where there's free will, and these niggas can't stand the sight of it.
Can't go to the same gas station.
Right.
Well, that be the thing. Like, and I'm not subscribing that people have to go to jail or do any of that, but some people don't have any structure. And so for the very first time, jail makes you have structure.
That's true.
You're going to have to answer and have structure, whether it's the guards, whether it's who run the tier or whatever. You got to kind of conform to the structure.
I get it.
Whereas out here, it's like you said, you can do whatever you want. And, I mean, there's consequences, but there's more ways to run and hide and duck.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I think that's the biggest part of it. So, I don't know. Did y'all see Swiss Beats announced that him and Timberland announced that they signed an exclusive distribution deal with Elon Musk and X to bring back Versus?
I saw it. I can understand why people have a issue with it. I can understand why they made the deal. So I don't know. I don't really have no strong opinion because I can see why people because Eon, whatever the hell his name is. I mean, he far right. He alleged to be racist. And they did it on Juneteenth. The picture, kind of looked a little wild on Juneteenth. Taking a picture with a alleged racist and far right person, and I can see why they sold. Like, to be honest, like, Versus ain't what it was. I mean, it was for that time period, and that period is over. So I don't see them just, booming like that. I don't know what the deal was, but they probably came away with some change because they neither one of them hurting. So they probably came away with some nice change. So I see both sides.
Do you think it become more than just like rap, hip hop, and R&B verses?
Well, they
possibly
they had always said that they wanted to grow it into something bigger and take it to concert touring things.
Right.
And, I think it can turn. Man, Versus can turn into a lot.
Right.
It would have to go outside of rap and R&B.
Stay relevant.
Yeah, because I mean, who else is it? Drake ain't gonna do it. Jay-Z ain't gonna do it. Future, Wayne ain't gonna do it.
And y'all just talking versus battles. It's like you just said. Like, I was just literally about to say, like, you can form a tour with that shit.
You can do.
You know
you
what
can
I'm
do a
saying?
lot
Like,
of different
it's
stuff
so
with
many
that
different
brand.
avenues that you can do. Like, using that concept for real. People got pissed off at Jay-Z for fucking with the NFL after Colin Kaepernick shit. What do we have at these Super Bowl halftime shows for the past couple of years? y'all gonna watch the Super Bowl. I mean, y'all gonna watch the Usher concert after the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like all that kind of like it's like he's turned that shit into something like must see TV. And like nigga, streaming numbers go up just as well as these versus streams go up after these versus battles. I'm gonna tell you something, dog. Like one of the greatest verses that I've watched was that Dipset in Locks verse. Mm-hmm. That shit was jamming. G's and Gucci.
Yeah,
that shit was great TV.
That shit was just.
That shit was great.
That shit was just drama because you ain't know what
but it was great to watch.
You know what might happen.
I like the nostalgia of the songs. Right. So, you know what I'm saying?
So picture, you know what I'm saying, after that, that shit being a tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that's money for the artist. So I get it. I think I'm looking big picture like Swiss and them are doing, I think. I haven't heard anything as far as, or saw that shit to be true. But he may align with some of Trump's beliefs. And that's cool, but obviously, you know, Swiss and Timberland didn't see shit but green. And that's the goddamn bottom line.
Or you mean, at one point they sold it, and remember, people were mad at them selling it. Oh, you gave away a black platform, da-da-da. Right. So they went back, and now they got it, and they got control over it. We don't know the details in the deal. Like, nobody saw the contract side of it. We don't know if, you know, they own all the creative control of it. He's just giving them the platform to be able to put it on, and it's still owned and housed by him and Timberland. Right. I mean, I can understand, like Ken Get Right said, the day that they announced it, they could have maybe waited a little bit, maybe.
You could have waited a day, yeah.
But I'm curious to see what comes from it,
right,
and what grows from it. And I'm excited that the creators got it back, because sometimes when you give your vision to other people and you watch them drive it in the ground, it's like, because we ain't heard shit about verses since they sold the motherfuckers.
They got rid of it.
So,
do you think, going off what Ty said, like people looking at political sides of shit, like, do you think sometimes we just too into people political views?
For sure. For sure.
Yes.
Social. I mean, that's social media.
Social media
shit.
Yeah. See, social media now, like, it allows you to like, you got people who like us there are all kind of platforms and things, and there's all kind of cameras and shit around, and it can be uploaded in a blink of an eye, where people can give their opinions on stuff right away, and then you get to see their political views. At one point, we didn't always know people's political views unless you was in the room with them.
Because it used to be a saying, you don't talk about religion and politics.
And now that everything's so politicized that you can't help but to sometimes seep into, or even listen to that how somebody talk. You know what they political, who they ideology is. Man, you know, so
some people will just come out and just say it.
Yeah,
like real talk. Like them niggas be like, well, it's fucked up because Biden and Kamala, they don't know what they're doing in there. So you automatically know who they riding with. So it ain't even like they don't hide it anymore. Which is, you know, if that's your belief system, cool. You don't have to get into it with them. Like, typically I just laugh and smile and just be like, that's crazy, that's funny. And then just move along, because I don't want to have that conversation with you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mind if it's like, you know, we can, because I can see a lot of different sides of both political ideologies. I get it, but I don't know. Everybody don't have that, and you know, some people get too emotional off words.
Right.
What they say, oh, that's racist, instantly. You know.
No, it's not.
And sometimes it's not, and then sometimes it absolutely is. So I don't know, man. I just feel like we in a time now where, like, you know, everything is so controversial and everything is fine tooth comb and microscope. Right. So it's hard to kind of do anything positive or negative, where people are gonna have some kind of an opinion or a thought on how you should have did it. At the end of the day, you got to do whatever the fuck you feel like works for you and the vision that you're trying to create. And the people who are going to get mad, they'll be mad for only moments. And then when you deliver what they need, they're going to act like they never said it. And it's going to be more people come out in your favor. So, as y'all see, Beyonce, she came out and said that she's no longer motivated by album sales. Yeah, so I think it's kind of cool how she coming out and saying that now, because we all be looking like, what is album sales now? Yeah. And we're all starting to realize that maybe it's also being manipulated and controlled. So, like, when people come out and, like, even when JD came out and was talking about Sexyy Red only selling 24,000 that year, like, I don't think that has anything to do with the reach that somebody has. And so, like, now album sales don't even mean anything anymore.
No, not to her. Shit, but that tour that makes $1 billion.
That means something.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
means the world to the fool.
Fuck that damn
How I got
album
more
sale.
ticket sales and tours than I do album sales.
yeah.
Like,
10 million.
yeah.
They had every chick that could in some damn aluminum foil. So goddamn.
In cowboy boots
Yeah.
with tassels on.
Yeah,
it.
now cowboy boots is cool, and then her country shit gonna be the same way, and she go jab their ass again for another $400-500.
I ain't gonna lie, she be sticking their ass up, man. Man, she be sticking her
Album,
ass
tour, and she just gonna keep running it up.
up. Right.
Yeah. And I think that's big for her to say because we know it trickle down. So, I mean, I know people go, well, you ain't Beyonce, but I think that in this day and time, we shouldn't be judging people off the album sales anymore anyway. What is the quality of the music? If that shit dope and jamming, fuck the sales. Because at this point, we don't know how these streams work. We don't know if somebody got a gadget where they pushing them because they keep, fake stream. We don't know none of that shit no more. We all just, because, it used to be we counted by the actual physical copy. So that was the best way to tell. Now that it's in that algorithm and in that universe of social media and whatever the internet land is, you'll never know.
And then kind of like what Des was saying earlier, like if Apple got interest in this person, they got a contract, that shit gonna, as soon as you open up your music app, the ad's gonna be right there.
Yep.
Then they're gonna be on the playlist at the top and all this. So
and let's just face it, they control the streams. So there's nothing for Apple to say or whoever to say, Starkey broke records with that. Like, and maybe you might only sold 6 of them bitches.
yeah.
So I think it was dope for her to come out and say that. So
Yeah. And then it's coming from her. And we all know what Beyonce say goes.
Right.
So if she said it, everybody else gonna look at it like, you know what? Damn the streams. We don't care about that anymore. Damn that sales. When the album drop. They gonna listen to her anyway.
Right.
So it don't even really matter.
Shout out Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics won the NBA championship,
Celtics in 5.
beating the fucking Dallas Mavericks to sleep.
The deal.
Yep.
Yeah, it was an
Boring.
unamusing ass series, but we got to give Boston credit. Boston came in and locked the door.
did what
They
they
handled
was
their
supposed to do.
business, man. They did what they supposed to do,
Right.
and they won a championship. I think that championship actually helped them surpass the Lakers for the most
17.
championships by
18.
organization.
18, yeah.
So shout out to Boston, man. Tatum, and all them boys up there, man, did good. That was a little controversial. People thought that maybe Tatum should have been the MVP.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all thoughts
I
on that.
don't know how they saw that, but
Yeah, he did.
Just because he had more points.
No, he
Yeah,
had more
but-
assists and rebounds.
yeah, but he didn't affect the game like Buddy did though.
That's what they
Yeah,
were
he
saying.
did
He came
shots.
up with big shots down the clutch.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean,
Granted, you
Yeah.
take either one of them off the team, they don't win that shit.
Facts.
of course.
So yeah, I mean, like I knew. And let me kill this narrative too, dog. Them niggas talking about they hadn't played anybody. They had an easy road to the finals. They wasn't. Like this is the highest level of basketball you can play. They made it look easy because they're that fucking good. They've been that good all season. If you go back and you check their record, they had the best record in the NBA. They were the number 1 overall seed. So regardless of the team that they play, and they beat them, it was gonna look like they didn't have any competition to get that trophy.
Well, I
Them
mean,
niggas were
well,
good.
they are, and I mean, they was the favorites to win, but they rolled to the playoffs. It was a lot of injuries to key players on the opposite team.
Injuries are part of the game.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it was like every series though. I understand what you're saying. I mean, they would have beat them. They might have.
I don't think they would have made it.
They might have played a couple more games, and then
Maybe so.
I don't know. That New York series made it look different.
Without
Because then the
Brunson.
Knicks have a lot of people. They
They had Drew Randall and Brunson, but Indiana put them out. They didn't even see the Knicks.
I know it, but I was just saying, like, loaded.
Indiana major guy Halliburton.
Yeah, he got hurt.
When they played Boston, he won there.
Yeah.
So
And
those
they
teams
almost won like 2 of those games without him.
those teams probably would have won a couple more games, and then you don't know what happened. It might have been an injury to one of Boston main players during one of those games.
But like he said, that's why they play the game, and injuries are a part of the game. But I get why people are saying,
Yeah.
you know.
But
I get it too, but
Shouts out to
about
Boston.
the whole
Celtics.
season.
Fuck the
Niggas only
Celtics.
lost like 12, like niggas only like 20 games, if that.
Right. That's why I said
Them
like
niggas great,
injury is
dog.
part of it, and
Right.
you got to give it to them for what they did. But I get why
Shit,
some
they had
people think it
Porzingis
could be
hurt.
different.
So, I mean, if they want to shout out injury, shit, Porzingis got hurt. He was a starter. Them niggas just was good. Like, it didn't matter. Them niggas was going to win that hole anyway.
Yeah. Did y'all see that Ryan Garcia? They finally did come out. They suspended him for 1 year, and he was fined after his positive PED test. Giving Devin Haney back his win and his
Undefeated.
belt. He's back undefeated now. What's y'all thoughts on, like, you see Haney celebrating, back feeling like himself. He's saying he back undefeated. What's y'all thoughts on this whole Haney Garcia setup?
Deserved to be suspended. He deserved to, get that loss off of him because it wasn't a fair fight. So I don't care about him being excited because he got cheated basically. So to get his record back, I seen this somewhere else. Somebody asked this question. I want to find out how that affect betting. What if you bet on Haney?
Yeah.
I don't think, what the fuck are they gonna ask him for their money back?
You can't. But
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They ought to. I don't know.
In betting world, you betted and won. Shit, fuck it.
Yeah, I
Hey,
won.
look, I won. Hey,
Shit.
you ain't got no clause.
Like, I didn't take performance enhancement as betting.
That'd be wild though. Like, what if you won like 800,000 and now they telling you to bring it back or some shit? Like,
oh, I ain't
yeah,
got
we're
it.
gonna
I ain't
need that back.
shit,
got
nigga, I
it.
spent that shit. I ain't got no
Shit,
$5
on
for
the
that
day
shit,
off,
love.
I got 5. Yeah, what kind of payment plan we can set up?
We ain't doing that.
Shit.
But he did. He come out. Haney said that he was gonna take a year off. He said he had all the belts anyway. He got them all back. He got his undefeated record. Said he's gonna take a year off. I actually get, because one of my questions is, do y'all think he the same after being knocked out? Because we've seen with boxers, there's a thing when you're boxing, you've never been knocked out before. Like, it actually fuck with your mental after that. So getting back in the ring ain't as easy. Which why I don't know if we ever see Spence the same again, because when you get beat up like that or you get dropped like that, it does fuck with their mental.
He probably can trick himself to saying like he don't got knocked out. Somebody that was on, PEDs, hopefully, and then get back.
I don't think. I guess that shit just worked with us because Canelo got his ass whooped by Floyd Mayweather, and that nigga is whooping ass right now. You understand?
Yeah, but he
me?
didn't get knocked out, did he?
He didn't. He got beat up real bad the whole fight.
But that's different. You didn't get blanked. Knocked out,
get
man.
it.
I got hit with a punch I ain't see
Right.
coming. And next thing I know, I woke up and I was like,
Yeah, I get it.
nigga, mentally, that gotta
Mentally,
fuck
that
you
may-
up.
That may fuck you up. I get it, but I don't know. This nigga got cheated.
Yeah.
So
Still got knocked out.
go chill. Go do what you gonna do, I guess. I just want these niggas to fight, dog. I just want them to fight.
Yeah, I hate all that.
I hate this waiting and shit, fool. Like,
I do
who
want to see the
next?
fight.
Like, Tank just fought. Now what we got to do? Sit around and wait on
Wait for Tank again.
Because
Shit.
this nigga want
Watch
to be
the
off.
Olympics.
Well, that's,
You know what I'm saying?
We ain't getting no fight.
well, that's cool. We got some good sports coming up right
Yeah.
now. Olympics finna come, and then
That's true.
in a minute, Tank and fucking Shakur or somebody finna be fighting.
Man, I hope he said he wanted to fight him because he been talking shit. I can't wait. I
And-
want that fight.
And I bet you Haney better take a fight before he get back in there with Tank.
Yeah, he better. He
Yeah,
better.
you better get the mind right, because that man got a heavy ass hand.
Yeah. Yeah. And he
Um,
can take a punch. I didn't know that nigga could take a punch like that.
yeah.
That nigga can take a punch.
Speaking of Olympics, Sha'Carri Richardson, she secured her spot in the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Good.
If y'all been seeing her, she been looking very good. Still fucking up with that start from time to
Still.
time. But just, if that girl, we say it all the time, she get that start right, Jesus, it's
Too fast. Fool.
it's almost like she don't need to start good, because it may be make her run better, but she looking good right now, man. She getting up at that age where she kind of maturing in that track speed.
Right.
But did y'all get to see it in her qualifications and how
Yeah.
she running?
It wasn't her worst start. It was just bad for a start. But like you said, if she ever put it all together, world record.
Mm-hmm.
But
sure.
now, watching it. I've been watching a little of the swimming and some of the other track stuff. I think some come on today. I don't remember. But yeah, that's what we got. And I be watching everything.
Man, when the Olympics come in, I was just thinking in my head like how the niggas be on the bikes and shit, the rowing shit. I be watching. I watch all that shit.
Fool, but like they got some dumb ass shit in there. That now though, rock climbing.
I'm not watching.
Break dancing. I ain't in bullshit. Break dancing.
I ain't watching. Well, I might give it a little shot just to see. You never know how entertaining it could be.
You know who's gonna win the breakdance award? It's gonna be one of them.
Non-black. No, it ain't. I bet it though.
You ain't never seen them?
Yeah.
Them other people.
Yeah. I ain't want to say it, but yeah, that's who gonna win that bit.
Kobayashi.
Yeah.
Kobayashi gonna kill that shit.
5-1.
I will say this: the high dive, that's their sport. We just don't even need to suit up for that one now.
We be giving them a little run.
Them
Man, that high diving between the U.S.,
them niggas
Japan, China, Romania, Russia, or whatever. They be diving their ass off.
Hey, when they flip at the start of the dive, I'm like, how the fuck you think?
And then them niggas
you ain't gonna hit your head
tight when they get in that water.
Yeah. And then the splash be.
Hey,
nigga, you just jump from 900 feet and just.
No splash, fool.
And then it turns you to a judge, like you just said, be like, nah, they had too much splash.
You be over there. Oh, she over rotated.
Yeah. She didn't bring her legs in.
Her
entry. Yeah, the entry. You got the entry play. You got to push the little hand out. So.
I will say this though, with swimming, I want to see if somebody gonna ever get Katie Ledecky, dog.
Nah, not gonna happen.
That man, when she be swimming them miles, fool, it be like she be the only one in the pool.
Yeah. She literally be swimming by somebody trying to,
like she'll pass by the end.
That's the beautiful thing about the Olympics, though, because it always be a rising star come sometimes out of nowhere.
She be.
But right now, I think she got the juice.
She got the juice.
Simone Biles still on 5-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, she on fire. So it's gonna be cool, man. I like the Olympics. We're gonna get some good shit to watch. Basketball will be in there. We get to watch them beat somebody 102. Even though the international teams are getting a lot better in basketball.
They are.
Oh yeah, boy.
So on the men's side, especially because a lot of these NBA niggas going back and playing for their country. So
right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's gonna be interesting.
But this USA team here though, them niggas pretty loaded. Ooh, them niggas loaded.
Yeah, but sometimes it don't be.
But like you say, it be that fundamental shit that gets them every time. You know that rule be different.
Like Wemby gonna be with France and shit, man. I mean, shit get wicked, man. Who else we have? Spain used to have a pretty good team.
Spain, Croatia might be all right.
Canada be straight.
They gonna be they loaded.
Yeah,
too. They got a lot of NBAs on their team. They got Shea, they got Dylan Brooks, Wiggins.
I ain't know Anthony Edwards was on the team.
Yeah, he was a late addition.
Oh, that's they got a squad now.
I told them nigga loaded.
Tatum. Oh yeah, they got a squad for it. I want to see
nigga loaded, boy.
Oh, they got a nice little squad. So I can't wait to see it.
But it got to be the right coach. You know, Coach K had them ball with LeBron, D Wade, Kobe, Paul, and all them ball when they won gold last time against Spain.
Yeah.
I don't know I forgot who the coach is.
Speaking
Steve Kerr. That's pretty good stuff.
They got a nice little.
That's pretty good stuff.
They straight.
Lou for defense. Spo, he got them X's and O's, so they might be all right.
Speaking of basketball, the Lakers.
Fuck them.
Hired J.J. Redick as their new coach.
Fuck them.
And I think Todd couldn't be more excited.
Disgruntled like a mom.
I don't understand the level of your piss off ofness.
Okay, I get it. Monty Williams may not have wanted to come to L.A., right?
No, he did not want to come
because he could make more money sitting on his ass at home. I get it. I said it was time to blow this shit up. You don't start with this. Because that lets you know the blow up ain't coming.
I think this actually signals that the blow up coming. Did you see the pictures? I don't know if they were true or not, but did you see the pictures of they showed Bron? If it's true, they showed Bron meeting with Philly people.
I ain't seen it.
It was like they were at a dinner and somebody snuck a picture.
Great,
man.
I would be nothing would please me more.
But I think that would be wild. Him sitting on the podcast kind of seemed like he knew it was coming, and then all of a sudden
he did. That was just a way to get around that shit.
Man,
And look, the Lakers ain't doing shit the next 2 years, especially if LeBron stay. They're doing nothing.
Facts.
Not getting out the first round. They best bet is they gonna be in the play-in game.
I think if they can
So
get
for the next 2 years, this is gonna be the LeBron show for the next 2 years. He gonna jack up every shot. There ain't gonna be no team basketball. He just gonna be on tour. So why not get JJ in? You ain't gotta pay him as much. So I think it was a good move.
See,
I can see why you wouldn't like it if you're a fan. That's just like when I was an Eagles fan and they brought in Chip Kelly. I had to go. Like that didn't seem serious to me.
right.
Like, so if you're a fan of the team, it's just like if the Cowboys fuck around and hire goddamn Michael Vick. You might be like, man, what the fuck y'all doing? You gonna be mad.
For sure.
Well, not me, because I'm not a Cowboys fan anymore. Go Texas. But
What was the straw that broke the camel's back for you?
this fucking offseason.
See?
Them niggas sat on their hands.
That escalated fast and quick. Like that nigga proved his point instantly.
So yeah, man. I mean, like I don't have anything against JJ Redick. Like if you pull the man resume as a player, great player. He was a great role player. He played his position, right? But as a coach, man, them nigga pulled this shit up, man. Nigga coached the Y. His last coaching job.
But
does that matter as much? Cause hold on, I know this guy got history, but Boston coach really wasn't.
Joe Mazzulla, he played at West Virginia.
Okay, he played.
He played in the great system.
Okay, Redick at Duke.
He was an assistant under the coach that left, so he was on the staff already. They just gave him the job. JJ Redick been sitting on a podcast with LeBron James talking X's and O's, and he may know the game. I get it. There's also a nigga named Monty Williams that has went to the.
He's not going.
Okay,
Stop saying
get
that
rid of
man's
him.
name.
Get rid of him. Who else? Get rid of Monty.
The man that was there before Monty Williams. He was in Toronto first. Damn, what this man name?
The black dude.
Yeah, he's a coach. He can coach.
Why would you take that job
In LA?
Yes.
Because you're blowing this shit up. Because look.
Why would you want to be a part of that?
Okay, so in this blow up that could have happened, I think you could still get some pieces and draft picks for LeBron James right now.
What if he don't want to go?
This is business, Jack. What the hell you mean?
I'm pretty sure he has a no trade clause. You ever heard of that? It's business.
Hey, listen.
And tell me the difference between JJ Redick and Steve Kerr. He didn't have experience.
And coaching, he was on. I think he was under Greg Popovich at one point in time.
No head coaching experience.
But he was on the staff. So
What about Buddy in Miami? He was the video director.
He was again. They brought him on the staff when Pat Riley was coaching him.
Man, that man came from the video room to the bench.
You're right, he did.
But what he's trying to say, and I'm not getting in the middle, but what he's trying to say is that at least they had assistant coaching experience,
right?
To be a head coach.
Yeah, you know
JJ Redick,
he's coming right.
Been up in here with us,
right?
And now he a head coach.
Well, LeBron was going to be the head coach no matter who they hired. So it doesn't matter.
And that's exactly why I say you blow that shit up. You probably can get you some good picks and shit for Bron.
Well, I think your blow up is coming, but I think it's probably coming after Bron decides to retire. Bron only got about another year or so left.
Right.
And that's when your blow up will come.
Right. And then you have to rebuild through the fucking draft. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, a good way to get some draft picks is hire a coach with no experience.
And it's hard to probably blow up Bron when he's still giving you stuff.
Yeah, let him give
except for
else.
wins.
That's
who else they got?
That's my thing. You blow it up now for later. Everybody that has left this organization and went on and became promising players. Brandon Ingram. I hated Lonzo Ball, but I can't deny what he's done in Chicago when he's healthy.
Yeah.
Right? Kuzma. He in Washington, where they go to die, but the nigga is the player on the team.
Yeah, because they got the fuck away from LeBron James.
You see what I'm saying? So I can keep going. Malik Monk just got paid, was balling in Sacramento.
Away from LeBron James. So that's what coaches need to do,
That's
too.
what I'm saying. So when
get away from him.
Yeah.
When you blow that shit up, you ain't gotta wait as long, man. You can rebuild a team. Okay, so LeBron ain't done no more. It's LA. You're gonna attract some big names in free agency. They're gonna want to play in LA. So I can't wait to Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, they want to play in LA, but it's that other.
Minnesota gonna probably be able to pay him more, but that market is too small for my boy. He gonna be the grew out of that shit. He's gonna be signed for something else. And I would love to have him in the that purple and gold. I don't think he's gonna spend his whole career in Minnesota.
Yeah,
like KG got out of that.
We'll see how that go. Good job, Lakers.
Stupid.
Shout out to the Las Vegas Aces.
Aces.
Yeah, they breaking records. I'm gonna keep coming in here every day. I know people, why y'all keep talking about it, but as long as it's shit positive, I'm gonna come in there and keep talking about it. They keep breaking records for most sold out crowds. The history of the WNBA. Keep seeing it over and over again. I see Angel Reese broke the double record.
Mm-hmm.
I seen Whitlock weak ass, and I'm gonna bring him in for the fucking dummy of the week. But he was fucking with her, talking about she's unathletic, she doesn't do nothing, she just, I don't know what Whitlock be on. But anyway, shout out to the Aces and the whole WNBA right now for everything they doing. The Fever and the Sky played earlier in the week. Record with attendance and viewership. It just, again, we just seeing that they're doing a great job, man, of this, building up this new brand. It's like Kendrick. They're getting a new wave. We seeing it, and it's dope. So I just want to make sure I highlight and say what's up to them.
And I'm glad that narrative is kind of toning down a little bit, like the league against Caitlin Clark. I think now it's just kind of like, okay, let's just settle into basketball right now.
Yep.
So that's good for them.
Yep. So moving on into the dummy of the week. Dumbass, stupid ass
like
dummy. As
Ruckus.
previously advertised, Jason Whitlock, bring your bitch ass to the principal's office.
Man, boy.
I've been so sick of Jason Whitlock for years. He just always say the weirdest, wildest shit. I don't know what his real talent is other than he does get people riled up, but his rile up ain't even fun. No
but
more.
You know what? He wasn't always like that.
Nah,
it might have been.
True. But
Yeah.
he's been like that for the better part of 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah.
But bring your ass to the principal's office. Jason Whitlock thought it was a good idea this week to just say that Angel Reese was not talented, that she wasn't good, she was unathletic. And I mean, he went on a rampage about somebody who not only was a college star, but is also now proving to be a WNBA star. Yeah, maybe she's not scoring 20 and 30, but she's scoring 15 and giving you 16, 17 rebounds and getting some blocks and playing a little defense. That matters a lot.
That's
when you go let somebody else go score and you getting 16 rebounds, that's giving your team more opportunity to put the ball in the cup. So Jason Whitlock, for that, you are our dummy of the week.
Dummy.
Sloppy looking. Look at that nigga collar on that big little sloppy looking motherfucker. I hate Jason Whitlock.
Yeah.
He ain't get girls in high school.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
For sure.
The black girls.
All he
like
do
him.
now is just pay for a little fat fucker.
Nigga like
Other
the
than
stank,
that, man, any other news or information we forgot to add on? Man, we coming up on episode 300, man.
Man, that shit.
We got to do something.
We got to do something. I want to try to do this live show shit, man. I don't know if we can pull it off.
I
I don't
we
know how to
can.
look, but I mean, we need to get some other pods to come in, and then we just come in and do something, man. Or if we just do a little pod or something, we got to do something. I don't know.
I really like that live show idea.
Yeah, we got to do something.
Yeah, because that'll give you a first-hand look at what this shit look like, man. Then
I think we got some limitations with a live show.
Let's go back to what we were talking about. That gives you the access. You can be an insider. You know what I'm saying? You can go back with your notes, be like, hey, they how the dummy do it. We welcome.
Yeah. We got some limitations with a live show. I have to talk about that when when the red button starts. Haters.
We're gonna have to have a couple of practice episodes.
Hating ass niggas. Yeah, we definitely would have to structure that shit because a live show has to be interactive, so you have to get your crowd participating and stuff. And I don't got time for that shit, sometimes. But in other news and information we forgot to add on before we get out of here.
It's hot.
Man, it's hot. Drink your H2O, man. That's all I can tell you. And if you want a margarita, don't go see Todd. And on that note, we'll be back next week like we never left. Because like we say every week, we never leave. You dig?
Bye-bye.
That nigga made a margarita with
Get you
no
some
triple
better
sec
friends.
and Tito's.
It wasn't my fault.
Dummy.
It's the hotel
Said
fault.
no.